Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call somebody who the fuck is an icon in this industry. And if you don't even know who this icon is, this icon has took pictures of the most famous people that you motherfucking know. Every image that this guy has taken, his name is Jonathan Mannion.
Okay.
Come on, y'all.
Hey.
I only caught half of that setup, man.
I did. Well, you know why? Because wait, I'm going to say this because you're a very big...
Accurate and effective.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again. He is I need to break fourth wall and look in camera. This person on the phone is responsible for your favorite fucking image anywhere within music. This is an icon, a fucking legend, a fucking blueprint. It's fine. We fine. We got lawyers over here, John.
We got bleeps. We're gonna do bleeps. Don't worry about it.
But anyway, I want to say this. He's a very well-known person. And if you didn't even know, I don't even want to say that. If you didn't even know who Jonathan Mannion is, you living under your fucking rock. Because at the end of the day, this person is responsible for every music industry, your favorite artists, image that you saw on albums, press tours, everything. Jonathan Mannion, what's good?
What's up?
What's up? It's nice to be on with you.
I want to say this. Thank you so.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure, man.
Listen, I want to say this. With a resume like yours, what is the most memorable shoot from a client, dead or alive? Talk your shit.
Oh man. So it's really hard to go to one singular moment.
Talk your shit. Tell me three people.
It changes every day, you know. But let's today, just because it's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm gonna say DMX.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
Rest in peace, man. That was my brother.
Rest in peace, X.
Yeah.
Such a phenomenal artist and human being to collaborate with. We got each other. We understood. We did Dark and Hell is Hot. We did Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. We did the image of him with the two dogs. That was up in Yonkers.
Oh, that's classic.
Magazine cover. We did Grand Champ. We did, him at a bowling alley like the day after he got, fingerprints done. He's like, man, I want to mark the day. Let's go. I was like, yo, it's Friday at 5 p.m. Summertime. We about to go outside. We outside. No. It can only be you and can only be now. I was like, I'll see you in 20 minutes. We just had this really engaged, meaningful relationship, man. And it's such an honor to be interwoven in his legacy, man. He was the real deal, man. And not sort of in this industry, but kind of not of it at the same.
Exactly.
Vibration was different than a lot of the games that people play to be in the positions they're in. He wasn't for that. He was on his own mission. So number one, let's give it to DMX. Number two,
I love that.
I always go to Aaliyah.
Ooh, baby girl.
Aaliyah
Shout out
too?
to baby girl and her whole
Oh my God.
She was such an angel, man. Everything that people say about her.
Wow. Just wow.
Her strengths, her resilience. It's like people talk about Marilyn Monroe in the same way. They talk about Selena in the same way. This is a woman who was developing, gone too soon, but left a mark in such a short amount of time. Like, that's incredible power to be that, sort of impactful in such a short moment. And then I don't know let's go to Killer Mike, man.
You're being very fucking humble. This man has shot Biggie. Okay? And I want to say this. Before I had I want to say this, and I need to break fourth wall looking in the camera. Before I had the pleasure of working with this human being and this fucking visionary, his fingertips is unmatched. Mm-hmm. His vision is insane. Mm-hmm. When I want to say insane, everybody around Jonathan Mannion is in straitjackets. Because if he tell you something, do it. This man is responsible for the most iconic photos in music, whether it goes from baby girl Aaliyah, who should be heard, who should be heard, Biggie, everybody It's too much to name his catalog, but I want to say this.
Oh no, it's not too much to name. I can name it.
Okay, talk your shit, man. Talk your motherfucking.
So this segment is Out of the Mud.
Yeah, it's
so
called
what
Out
we
of the
want
Mud
you to do is
wait.
tell us about that.
Yeah, because obviously Jonathan,
Black Rob, Craig Mack, Mace, you know, like,
Mason Betas,
Mason Betas,
Hove, Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, Nelly's first album, Ludacris's first album, Game's first album, Dub C Westside Connection, Ghetto Heisman.
Like,
what else? Dr. Dre.
People sleep on Ghetto Heisman.
Jonathan fucking Mannion is hip hop.
3 albums. What are we doing?
Listen,
what are we doing?
Listen, Jonathan.
What we're doing is we're coming out of the mud.
Motherfucking hip hop and music.
Yo,
every image, Dorico. What I'm trying to tell you, every image that you've ever seen of your favorite artist, Mannion shot it. And I want to say this, Mannion, because I know you're busy, and I want to say thank you so much for taking time out your schedule. I appreciate that I got to not only look up to one of my icons and look up to one of my heroes and see how he did it. Jonathan Mannion got it out the mud and figured the fuck out. And the most iconic images that you will see is from Mr. Manning. Tell the people, tell the people where they can find you at on social.
Yeah, so I'm real easy to find. My number hasn't changed. So if you got the cell, it's been the same since I started. You know, and JonathanMannion.com, Jonathan Mannion on Instagram. You know, that's it. It's out there. It's my name. I claim it. I don't have some, you know, gimmick. It's just, it's really about the work. You know, like I really chose to do this. I worked in fashion before this, but assisting some of the masters, Richard Avedon.
So
Stephen Klein, Ben Watts, Michael Houseband, like these were like power players and true icons, and photographic genius, each of them in their own way. My love was hip hop. I did college radio.
Okay.
So I was here for the DOC, NWA.
Oh, that's the NWA. So I was gonna ask you how old you were when you cracked into this industry and started like literally hitting these iconic people. Like when you talk about Biggie and you know you've been doing this for a while, you know. So I wanted to know how old you were and like what did that feel like to you?
You know, in the moment, I don't think it's like, you know what? In 30 years, I'm going to be on this phone call. And today, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Iconic. We were just partying.
Right.
We were
Thank you.
in the club at 4 a.m., dressed sharp, smiling, working camera like a maniac. But I'm on stage with Biggie holding Little Kim's hand.
Shout out to Kim.
Like delivering the magic.
I love it.
Palladium, which is no longer in existence. It's now NYU dorms.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
They have no idea.
It's changed so much.
Kind of had to be there. And I'm honored to have been there.
Nice.
And with a purpose. You know, I think that's sort of, you know, one of the things that I can really say with force and passion. It's like I understood my purpose. I felt like it was a calling. I didn't feel like, oh man, I got a good job and I'm good at it. I say that jokingly, but like this is a calling. This is how I would contribute to the betterment and to the rise of the industry.
I love that.
I was meant to be on stage in the bright hot spotlight, but I was meant to tell these stories of these beautiful artists.
I want to say this to you,
so
man.
That's it. It's memories and storytelling. Like that's what I do.
So that
I'm a historian. I want to bring all of this information to the world in such a beautiful way and let these images be portals into the stories and the moment and the artists.
So man, what
the reward?
The breakthrough that you had, like the breakthrough, like that's I'm very interested in it. Listen, like I am an appreciator of your art and like what you've done. Everything. Like what was the breakthrough? You know what I mean? Like what was that one moment? You'll hear it later, but Marty actually told us his experience of his coming out of the mud, like the breakthrough moment that day that you just knew things had changed. What was that for you?
Yeah. You know, I think, look, I go back to kind of an earlier moment. I've really spent some time with my story.
Absolutely.
Now prepared to kind of give it back to the world. But
exactly.
He was one of the first people to put me on. For him to see, you know, sort of talent that he wanted around him, you know, was really rewarding. Anybody who gave me an early chance, you know, I shot D'Angelo for the cover of a magazine called Touch. D'Angelo was in my my bachelor pad. Okay. Some college kids that I was staying at because we couldn't afford to stay in any.
I love it.
And it's the grind. It's not one moment, but
okay.
I think it's the assembly of moments. Certainly, Reasonable Doubt was a highlight.
Sheesh.
But,
well put. I like that.
But I think it goes. It's Biggie on stage. It's building relationships in an industry that are meaningful and lasting. Many of those people I can still call, but it's also the firsts of other people. Again, I mentioned Nelly, I mentioned Ludacris, but Drake's first magazine cover, Kanye West's first magazine cover.
Sheesh.
These are things that people don't know, and then the images are timeless, and so they really do last, and they mean something to the mark of that moment, but also reminds people. Lauryn Hill on the cover of Honey. Close your eyes, think about it. Yeah, you know it. That's the shot. But maybe over Miseducation, the album cover. Maybe not. But at least running parallel, it's a contribution of beauty to the world that really is a lasting one. And that's again, it's what I'm here for. It's what I was always here for, and remain here to
amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
Your motherfucking favorite's favorite. Anything in music, Jonathan Mannion.
He's the guy.
His knuckle game and his vision and his peripheral and his retinas are insane. And I want to say this. I had the pleasure of working with Jonathan with another artist. I worked with Killer Mike. And I got the pleasure to dress Jonathan Mannion. And I have never told you this, bruh. And that was a staple in the history books for me. And I want to say thank you so much for everything that you have contributed to this fucking culture, to the world, not even the culture, to the world.
Thank you. I mean, it's a hefty statement, man. I hope you.
Well, you lived it. You did it.
Those shoes nicely.
Listen,
you did it.
It's just been such a reward, I guess, to really have loved something deeply and to have really chased it. It's not without the highs and the lows. That's for sure. And but what are you made of? Like you're here for something bigger than little tests and highs and lows and disagreements, and, or people not paying you for a job. Like, okay, cool. Like, look, I'm an investor in this, and I love it. I love it because look how far we've come.
Okay,
the dominant force in music, and still growing, and people like Mike setting the example. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. It's what your calling is. This album, Michael, was
shout out to Killer Mike
to work with you on that.
And yes,
to really see
we worked on that together.
Extraordinary, the album that he also had a Grammy.
Won 3 Grammys. It's clean sweep, Atlanta.
4 now. He's
4. Woo! Shout out to Killer Mike and Shay.
I'm not gonna lie, that's like super inspirational. That's like super inspirational to anybody in the industry who is looking to grow and do something like what you just said. Everybody, I'm hoping that every listener out there is hearing this. Like, that's beautiful to me. That's got to be beautiful to everyone because you don't know. You're an investor in your own time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea how busy this man's schedule is, and the fact that you picked up for me, I fucking love you. Shout out to your newborn baby. Jonathan's a dad. Like, he's a beautiful, handsome son. I'm going to say this on camera. This is the most precious gift that you have created.
Oh, that's my best work, man. That's my best work.
That's your best work.
Yes.
And I have.
Exactly.
Congratulations to that, brother.
Congratulations to you guys, man. And thank you so much.
Thanks for speaking with us.
And speaking with us on the segment of Got It Out the Mud with Jonathan Mannion.
Yes.
Your favorites, motherfucking photographer and film director.
Let's continue. Exactly. I love that.
We always going to continue to get out the mud because why we in fucking clear white. Okay? You have a blessed week, and I will talk to you soon, brother. Love you.
Much love. Love you too. Thanks.
Later.
Love, brother.